Now green. Now we're green.
All right, now we're good.
That's the green.
Are we recording? Good. All right, call to order this meeting of the Nettle Creek School Board. We'll show all members present with the exception of Mrs. Houghton. Are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
Yes.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and moment of silence. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, first item on the agenda is an update on financial decisions related to right sizing of the district, and I will turn it over to Mrs. Schaefer.
Okay, so tonight's meeting, the purpose is just to share decisions, financial decisions that have made to right size our district and take action on those that require action. So we'll talk about our education fund expenditures first and where we are going to decrease. We had 1 retirement and 3 resignations at the end of this 25-26 school year. We are not going to fill those positions. That is a cost savings of $316,881. We had 1 technology assistant resignation at the end of this school year. And then we are going to decrease our instructional assistants by 6 positions across the district for the 26-27 school year. The 6 instructional assistant positions and 1 technology assistant resignation is a savings of $143,523. We're going to reduce our professional development funds by $28,000 and also move $19,000 of those expenditures to grant funding for an overall savings there for $47,000. I am going to recommend tonight the cancellation of 2 teaching contracts. One of those is at the senior high school. The other is at the elementary school for a cost savings of $104,638. So all of those savings decisions will be a total savings in the education fund of $612,044 from those actions. Class sizes at the elementary are projected to be between 19 and 23 for the next school year. Obviously, that could change a little bit if we have additional movement throughout either enrollment or exits over the summer, but projected to be between 19 and 23 for next year. So our revenue versus expenditure difference when we started this process was $623,000. Our savings that I just mentioned are $612,000. That means we'll still need to look at cutting an additional $11,000 in the budget year of 2027, and then also continue to monitor impact from declining enrollment and the legislative pressure to right size the budget. Operations fund expenditures. So we are going to remove payment to student maintenance workers. Instead, we're going to utilize our work-based learning program so that our students still gain experience and have those opportunities for that program. They will also have the ability to earn high school credit. That is a cost savings of $10,000. We are going to remove appropriations in the operation budget for promotion of the school, advertising, staff relations, and contributions and donations for a saving of $4,000. We're going to reduce appropriations for other purchase services in operations and maintenance, vehicle and maintenance and servicing and maintenance for a total of $10,200. So basically what we had appropriated originally, we're going to cut some of those down into addition or smaller appropriations. In the 26-27 school year, we are not going to provide transportation to an vocational school. We will do our best to help students find alternative transportation. That will be a cost savings of $33,231. At the start of the 26-27 year, we will reduce our custodial positions by 1 full-time and 3 part-time positions for a cost savings of $99,763. Our financial goal in operations was $250,000. We still need to cut expenditures by $57,000. Again, we're going to continue to look at our operations expenditures and see where we can make adjustments from now until the end of the 2026 budget, but also in the 2027 budget. All preliminary decisions that impact staffing have already been communicated to those employees impacted. Myself and our admin and directors met with individuals, each individual employee impacted. The cancellation of the 2 teacher contracts are in the action item for tonight. Employees on non-teaching contracts are at will and will not be renewed for the 26-27 contract year. So we are, for example, our custodial positions, their current employment commitment ends on June 30th of 2026, and we are honoring out that contract and will that employment, and will not renew that employment. I just want to thank the board, the staff, the Teachers Association, and the many community members for their input during this challenging time. I know this was not an easy decision for anyone as a result of the declining enrollment over the years and the legislative pressure. Our revenue has also decreased. In an effort to continue to offer a high quality educational opportunities for our students based on our current financial realities, we needed to right size our expenditures. We understand the weight they carry for our staff, our families, our students, and our community. Please know that every choice was made with long-term health of our district and as a primary goal, and also every comment shared in public comment, email, question, teacher input was also taken into consideration and thought about when making these decisions.
Ms. Schaefer? The only thing I'd add is just I know we talked about this already, but just as a reminder, basically those numbers that we cut, we can kind of account for half of it already being spent this year. So the 600,000 plus that we have saved out of the education fund, we're still kind of eating 300,000 of that this year, and that will come out of our cash balance. And same thing with the numbers on the operations side. So just want to call that out. At this time, I would open it up to other board members if you want to say anything as well, or add comments or questions. I won't call on you individually, just speak up if you'd like to speak.
I just have something I'd like to say, a statement. To our teachers and staff who've received notices of non-renewal or layoffs, we see you. We've seen the long hours you've put in, the personal resources you've invested, and the lives you've changed. Your passion, expertise, and unwavering commitment to your students have left an indelible mark on the Hagerstown community. These budget decisions are a failure of a flawed system, a system governed by legislatures sitting in Indianapolis who are not seeing or taking into consideration our educational village here at Nettle Creek Schools. Please know that these decisions in no way reflect your talent, your value, or your dedication to students in the Nettle Creek Schools. Something attributed to Helen Keller, she said, "When one door closes, another opens, but we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we fail to see the one that has just been opened to us." Thank you to all of you.
else?
I'm not gonna add anything.
Oh. Okay, well said, Julie. The only thing I would reiterate is, I mean, all of that was true. You know, these decisions were hard. And you know, it's hard enough dealing with the numbers, the dollars. You know, in some ways that's easy. It's just numbers, and it's finding them where you can. I think the thing that makes it especially hard, and you guys know this, but everyone up here doesn't just see the numbers, they see the people behind the numbers. And that's what just makes it extremely difficult, is knowing that those numbers do come with names and families and careers and things like that. So do know that we do take this seriously. We looked, you know, in every crevice that we could to avoid whatever we could. And we took all the feedback, all the comments, all the suggestions that we were able to, made some adjustments. So thank you for those. But yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, this is what's necessary for our school to survive and keep going, and remain what it is. So we appreciate, you know, all the support that some people have reached out and given to us. But at the end of the day, we thank you guys. It's you that makes this school happen. If no other comments from the board, I will now open it up to public comment if there is anyone that wishes to address the board. Seeing none, we'll move to our only item on the agenda, and that is the personnel items presented for board consideration and action. Mrs. Schaefer.
We have two cancellations of teacher contracts, and for the record, the employee number on those, one is 1396 and the other one is 5098. We also have a recommendation for a non-certified position, and that is Michaela Cranfield in an instructional assistant position for the 26-27 school year. And we have two summer school elementary grade 2, 3, and 4 reading elementary summer school teachers, Shay Fisher and Adrienne Kuntz, and 2 reading assistants for summer school, Courtney Bray and Lynn Hauser. I would ask that you approve the personnel report as presented.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Sandy.
Second.
Mike. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 6-0. That is our only item on the agenda. Items of information. Our next meeting will be June 10th here in the LGI room at 6:30, and we are adjourned at